at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. My heart is open. I am aware. In reason.
Hey, Audra.
Love,
hey, Nikki. Hey, Shirley. The ballroom queen is with us. Hey, Dolores.
Hey, Shaheerah.
Hey, Kiana. You guys back from the cruise?
Yes. Hi, Aunt Linda.
Hey. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you were able to go. I didn't know what was going to happen with the weather.
I know. We had a good time, though. It was a really good time.
Good. How you feeling, Armithia?
I'm doing very well. Thank you. Thank you. God is good.
God is good. And Nikki, you got off early? No, you at work.
I'm here now.
Okay, I don't want to miss anybody. Hey, Spence. Hey, Bro King.
Everybody.
Hey.
Yeah.
We got that word from Audra.
Yeah. It's my sister Queen.
From my center.
Well, I just can greet the people I see. I hope that, I don't know. We're just gonna flow. How about that? So how's everybody doing? Good.
Glad to be here.
Hi, Cian. Hi.
Hi there.
We're just going to give a few minutes and then we're going to get started. We have a lot to cover. You might need a pen and paper. You're going to get the PowerPoint, so you're not going to need to do a lot of notes, but I'm sure I'm going to say some things that are not on the PowerPoint. And there is definitely an email address I want to give to everyone in case you decide you want to get your astrological chart done. I've got a great person and she's given a great price. And so I'm gonna pass that on to you. So have your pen and paper. So Jay, I'm on the gallery view, but I can't see everybody. But hey, Karen Moore, welcome, Karen. Welcome, everybody. I might not be able to see you, but I'm glad you're here.
Some have their cameras off, so you can't see them.
Oh, okay. Some of y'all don't want to be seen. Okay, that's good too. Let me look at the time. It's 7:05. We like to start on time. So I'm going to start with prayer. Let's everybody take a deep breath. There is only one presence and one power and one activity active throughout the whole universe, and it is God, the good, omnipotent. And tonight we surrender and we invite you in to this webinar We invite the Holy Spirit, the whole Spirit of God, to rest, rule, and abide in this webinar. Most High God, I ask that you speak through me. I ask that you speak through all of the participants. I thank you in advance that this information will be beneficial, that it will be information that will guide us through 2023. I thank you for blessing every participant right now. I thank you for blessing every participant as we cross over into 2023. I give thanks, God, that you are perfecting all that concerns us. And we're just happy to be here together. And we do give thanks. And we speak this name, this prayer in the name and the nature of Jesus the Christ and all of our ancestors, all of our invisible helpers, and God that is known by many, many names. We speak it in this nature. And so it is. Amen and Ashe. All right. All right. So welcome everybody. I'm excited tonight about us being together, first of all, and seeing people that I love and even people I don't know yet, but we're all one in the body of Christ. We're all one in the body of God. And I am doing this tonight because I believe with all my heart that this information will be beneficial for you. I know that when I found out about the science of numbers, and it's been a long time ago, I was so happy that I found out because it made so much sense. And then it gave me a guide. It gave me some information that I could utilize and align myself up with every year. And I have studied the cosmos and astrology since I was about 22 years old. Yeah, that long. I used to do charts. I do not do charts anymore. They're very extensive and intensive. And as I said, I do have somebody that I respect, and I'm going to refer her to you if you would like to get yours done. Knowing yourself is valuable. It's paramount. When you know the world. I think that in that movie, The Wiz, what's her name? That beautiful woman, Lena Horne, when she sang that song, before she sang that song Home, that's what she said. When you know yourself, you know the world. So self-knowledge is everything. And tonight, I hope that this is a beginning. If you've never heard anything about the science of numbers or the information about your blueprint or the astrological energies that we are a part of, because again, we are one with everything. We're one with the whole universe. So how can we separate ourselves from the energy of the cosmos? And with that being said, I want you to relax. We will have time for a breakout room where you can talk to each other. And we're going to get started. So first of all, thank you. Thank you for coming and being here with me, because this is information I would be downloading anyway. And now I get to share it with you all. And that's exciting for me. We're ready, Jay. Okay. So here is our slide, our first slide, which is spiritual insights for 2023. Okay, she went all the way to the end. That's all right. Everything is in divine order. Let the community affirm that. Everything is in divine order. Everything. Everything is in divine order. Spiritual insights for 2023. Okay, Jay. So tonight, again, this webinar is really not about predictions, but this webinar is about information that's going to give you indications. See, because we still have the power over our own selves. Planets don't do anything. Planets are there. They're indicators, they're predictors. And when we look at the energy and we can look back and see events, this is how we can start understanding what's going on in our lives. So this tonight is about indications and understanding of the energies of the year. Next slide. It's all about the energy. And when we can understand cycles, life is a series of cycles. And when we can understand the cyclical nature of life and the patterns, see, that's another thing. When we can begin to see patterns in our own lives, we can research the energy and we can see what the patterns have produced in the past, which gives us what? Indications. It gives us an indication on how it will express itself in the present. So we do the research and we begin to see the patterns. Here's tonight's flow. We're going to explore the universal energy, and we're going to explore our own personal energy. We're going to go through the numbers. You're going to find out what personal number you're under for the year. We're going to break out into a breakout room. And I said 7 minutes since 2023 is a 7. I'm going to stick with that. There's going to be 3 people in each room. And so I'm asking that you take 2 minutes each, and then you're going to report back. And from there, we're going to look at the astrological energies of the year. And then we're going to have a Q&A. And understand that this PowerPoint is going to be sent to your email so that you can review it as often as you desire. Next slide, because you're going to need to review it. It's a lot of information. So we're going to start with the numbers. Numbers are the only universal language. And all numbers can be reduced to a single digit. And when we reduce it to a single digit, we can understand the essence. So really, there are only 9 numbers. If it's an 11, 11 is a master number. I'm not going to deal with master numbers tonight. I'm just going to deal with the single numbers. If it's a 12, 1 and 2, you can add 1 and 2 together and get a 3. And I'm just mentioning this to you so that you understand even your address. You can look at your address, which you might want to do now, and add it all up to a single digit. That's going to tell you the energy of your home. When I've been house hunting, there's certain numbers. When I look at the address of certain houses, I don't even want to look at those houses because I already know the energies that I like and the energies that like me. Anyway, there's only 9 numbers, 1 through 9. And once you understand the nature of just 9 numbers, you will understand the cycles of your life forever. Isn't that awesome? And I'm going to share with you the key words associated with the numbers. 1 through 9, 9 numbers. 2023, you see, we add up. And when you're adding, add each number separately. 2, 0, 2, 3. It equals a 7. But there's another number that comes before that. We're going to see that in the next slide. 2023 is a 7-year. That's what you need to know. It's a 7-year. Next slide. Now, when we looked at those numbers, 2023, 202, that's a 4, right? And then the 3 equals a 7. That's not the only way we can get a 7. We could have had a 167. We could have had a 257. We could have had a 347. However, that's why it's important when you add it up, that you added up each digit so that you can see what's enveloped inside of the 7. So even though it's a 7-year, it's a 4-3-7 year. So in this year, we want to focus on the 4, the 3, and the 7. The 4, the key word for the number 4 is stability, foundation. It also rules health. So we want to make sure that as we enter into this year, we have a foundation. And I believe everybody needs a spiritual foundation so that we can stay healthy and we can stay stable. And then the 3 is a number of expression and creativity. And we all need to be able to understand, we all need to be creative as we're moving into this new dispensation. It's about innovation. It's about creativity. And we are co-creators with God. I am a co-creator with God. Let's affirm that. I am a co-creator with God. And then when we are stable, we have our foundation set, we can begin to trust. The number 7 represents trust. It's a number that represents faith. And it's a number that represents spirit. So we are in a 4-3-7 year. And if you have any questions, you can put them in the queue and I'll go to those questions. I'll answer what I can. What I can, I'll let you know that. But put your questions in the chat box and we'll go through that. Next slide. So back to the 4. As we're looking at coming into this year, what will be your spiritual practice this year? What is your spiritual practice? Do you have one? Because that's the foundation. We all need to be grounded. We all need to have a spiritual practice. And I'm not here to tell you what that needs to be, because we are individuals. And everybody needs to go within and figure out from your own spirit inside of yourself, the God self in you, what works for you, because everything does not work for everybody. Everybody doesn't like to journal. Everybody doesn't like to meditate. But even if you don't like to meditate, I'm going to tell you something. You need to learn to like it because that is our pathway to connect with the God within us. And we're going to need direct contact with the God within us. So the 4, meditation, prayer, yoga, mindfulness, rest, music. And also the 4 is a number that rules Saturn. So also be very mindful of your health. With the pandemic for these last couple of years, I would hope that we're all being much more mindful of our health. Allow spirit to guide you. Allow spirit to guide you in your choices of food. You're probably already switching up with the energy. I'm finding out that there are certain things my body's just not accepting anymore. We're being upgraded, family. With these energies that are in the heavens, they are impacting us and we're being upgraded. And in this time period, we need to get lighter. So I offer you eating more of the life force. It's not a good idea to do a lot of raw when you're in cold weather, but the soups with all the vegetables, you can still juice. You already know, everybody on here already knows what is a healthy lifestyle and diet. So I don't really need to go over all that. But for sure, we all need to be putting in the God force and the things that God made, the vegetables, the things that come out of the ground, not the processed stuff. That's where we get sick. That's the problem. We when we get into these processed foods, putting them in our bodies can't even recognize them. Our bodies don't even know what to do with them. And that's a problem for the body. So for sure, we need to move our bodies, whether it's dancing. We have our ballroom queen, Shirley Mitchell. She has every day she's on teaching another ballroom step. Check her out if you're on Facebook. Her name is Shirley Mitchell. You can walk, even if you can't get outside. I don't like the cold, so I've been just walking around in my home. Something. Everybody needs to do something and make it consistent and enjoyable. And that's the 4. Next slide. Now the 3. The 3 is creativity and expression. And this is the season for you to express all of your feelings. Feelings Buried Alive Never Die. That is a book. Feelings Buried Alive Never Die is a book. I think her name is Carolyn Thurman. Because if we keep on suppressing our feelings, or if we keep on trying to bypass them, acting like they're not there, it's going to wreak havoc on your body. So journaling is another way that your feelings can get expressed. It's the way I get mine out. I will pull my journal out and just tell the journal all the true feelings, maybe some feelings and thoughts I wouldn't want anyone else to know, but they need to get out of me. Because if they stay inside of me, they're going to create something. Remember, family, we're co-creators with God, and we're all creative. I hear people say, I'm not creative, Rev. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. Because of what you're made out of. You're creative. You're co-creating with God. So be creative this year and express yourself. Be innovative this year. Express you. Be you. And as Danny says, do you, boo. Let's go to 7. That number 7 is a number of trust and faith. And I could have put healing, but we're going to get to another slide on that. We're all going to have to work on our faith in 2023. And that means seeing beyond the appearances and understanding that whatever is happening, it is an appearance. Things appear and disappear. Things come and things go. People come and people go. So we're talking about seeing beyond appearances. That's what Yeshua taught us. He said, don't judge by appearances. We want to see beyond appearances so that we don't get stuck. Don't get stuck in the crazy. It's a lot of crazy. There's a lot of things that you could be real depressed about just looking at the news. That might be something you want to lay off of in 2023, or lay off of it just more than what you have been. And trust the process. Trust the process. Remember that the word tells us that Most High's ways are not our ways. So while you're trying to figure it out, God might have a way you don't know about yet. So this year is about leaning into a higher power. It's paramount. Leaning into spirit. Thanks, Jay. Now, this 7 is the overarching energy upon everybody this year. And what we're going to do now is that we're going to blend our personal energy in with the energy of the year so that we can have the number for our personal selves. And this is how you're going to do it. So add the numerical value of the month that you were born and the day that you were born. Add those 2 numbers together and reduce them to a single digit. For instance, here's the example. If someone was born on March the 3rd, they would add 3 and 3, which equals 6. So now I want you to do your birth your birthday. Do not add the year. Just add the month and the day together until you get a single digit. Keep adding until you get a single digit. And when everybody has that, then what you're going to do is you're going to add that number, whatever you get, to the number 7, because that's the number of the year. So what you're doing is you're adding your personal energy, which is your month and day. Some people call it the personality number. And then you're going to add it to the universal year, which is 7. So the example again, remember March the 3rd was 3 and 3, which is 6. And when we add a 7 to that, it equals 13. So this person would be in a personal year 4, because we would add the 1 and 3 together to get the 4. This person would be in a personal year 4, because we've blended their personal energy with their universal energy. Now do yours. Do yours, and then I'm gonna, before I go, J-Love, I don't know how to do this. I want to make sure that everybody has this correct, because without this, they're not going to be listening to the correct information. I want to make sure that everybody has it. Is there a way we can find out that
They could
everybody
put it in
has
the
it?
chat,
Put it in the chat.
or yeah, or each person can tell you.
Okay. Okay, if you're having, does everybody have that? I'll tell you, it's probably better to say, if you don't have it, put it in the chat. I don't have it. So we can help you before we move on. Okay, I see. Valeria's yes. Okay. Put it in the chat. Okay, Dr. V has it. Antonio, yes. Brooke, Leanne, yep. Okay, y'all smart.
Reverend
You're not gonna
Spence,
believe, huh?
Reverend Spence waved his hand.
He got it. Yeah,
Okay.
he got it. Tracy got it. Okay. All right. I'm glad everybody's got it, so we can move on together. All right. Let's move to the next slide. You got a question too? I might be answering it before you.
I do, Rev. I think you already answered it. I think because you're not doing, I think you said you're not doing these master numbers, so mine came to 11, but I'm still adding that 1 and 1 for 2.
Yes,
So
you are.
I didn't know
For
if you
this,
want to stay with
for the
11.
sake of this,
Okay.
you would have to anyway.
2
Yeah.
for 2. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. D, yeah, you just had a birthday. Okay, that's fine. So here's the thing. These influences go from birthday to birthday, not from January to December. So right now, like for instance, here's the example. I'm born on 9/29. So that's it adds up to a 2. And this year is a 6. 2022, 3 times 2 is 6, right? So 2 and 6 is 8. So I'm in an 8. And so I could, if I added 2 and 7, it would be 9. I'm not going to enter that 9 until my birthday comes in 2023. We're going birthday to birthday. So even though you just added that 7 to your energy, you probably need to step back to the year that you're in now until your birthday. And I'm, if I need to say this in a different way, I hope I'm not confusing you. Your personal numbers go from birthday to birthday. What you just discovered by adding that 7 is the energy you're going to move into on your birthday in 2023. Everybody got it? Everybody got it. All right. Okay, Jay, we ready to rock and roll then. Everybody got it. We are ready to rock and roll. Yay. I love a one. So everybody that's in a personal year one, it's on and popping for you. It's new beginnings. You know, as what was the name of Star Wars? The Force is with you. I always say that in a 1 year. And if you're going into a one in 2023, it means that you were in a 9 this year, which is about endings. But now you're going into new beginnings. The Force is with you. You know, you can look up, wow, that's you, Tracy. Praise God. Yes. You can look up your children. You can look up your spouse, your mama. You can look up other people's energy, and you can get an idea of what they're going through or what they're going to be going through. So again, if you were in a one, Dolores, you too? Yay. New beginnings. Yay. New beginnings. And be real mindful of the new people that come to you. What I've noticed for these many, many years I've been watching this is that, yay, Monique, people who come to you, they're coming to be beneficial to you in a one. So pay attention to new opportunities, pay attention to new people, to new ideas. This is the year that you're going to plant seeds. Although there are some that use, okay, I don't know what you're saying, Brooke. Go ahead. You can say it.
Okay, I was gonna say I have some friends who use your age as the numbers to add together. So for example, I'm 51.
Don't do that. That's not this class. That's not
Okay.
this class. We don't want to confuse the people. People can do a lot of things. I'm teaching you personal year energy tonight. But yeah, you can do a lot of things with numbers, a whole lot. Okay. Yep. Yes, Tracy, in September when your birthday comes. So which means you're in a 9 now, which makes sense for some of the things that you have already shared with me that you decided to do. You're making changes. There's endings so that you can have a brand new beginning. And so, yeah, be open to the new people, the new opportunities, and focus on self-love, loving you. When you get into the 2, that's about other people. It's 1, the 1 is you. When you get into the 2, that's about partnership then. But first of all of us need to make sure that we've got self-love efficiency, because too many of us walk around with self-love deficiency, and we think somebody else is going to be able to come in and make our lives better, but they're only going to mirror you. Yes. So shine forth your leadership gifts, because the 1 is the number of a leader. Also, follow your hunches and trust your intuition in the 7 year. This is the year you can be impulsive. Yeah, it's an Aries. You know, 1, the first sign of the zodiac is Aries. So you can look up, for those of you who are in a 1, you can look up the energy of Aries and figure out what you need to be about. The I am that I am. So follow your hunches, trust your intuition, be spontaneous. Being impulsive will work for you this year. It might not work in other years, but this year it will work for you. So that's the 1, and I love a 1. Yay. So let's see, after the 1, you done planted those seeds. Let's see what's going to happen in the 2. Again, partnership. This is the year that you focus on partnership, whether it's a business partner, a love relationship. It's the year to focus on cooperation and collaboration. You planted your seed in the 1. The roots are going to take place in the 2, the germination process. So this is why this year if you're in a 2, it may not feel as dynamic. It may not feel as dynamic as a 1 because it's not as dynamic as the 1. There's something going on underneath. The seed that you planted, it's taking root, it's germinating. So this is the year to practice patience, trust the process. This energy draws partners. And again, it could be a business partner, it could be a love relationship. And the 2 is also a number for you to attend to details. Relationships will be important this year. And focus on serving, giving of service. Another keyword for the 2 is serve or suffer. I didn't put that in there, but that's something that is a keyword for the 2. So now you've planted your seed in the 1. I really want you to get the nature of these because you're going to see how simple this is once you understand the nature of the numbers. You planted your seed. It's taking root, it's germinating. And what's going to happen next? In the 3, you're going to see the manifestation of the flower, of the vegetable, of whatever you planted. This is the year of creativity and expression. I love a 3 too. The seeds that you planted 2 years ago are blooming this year. Who's in a 3? Allow yourself to have some fun this year. It's about party time. It's about manifesting time. It's about letting prosperity flow. And when it flows, all right, Nikki, when it flows, don't squander it. Don't squander your time, your money, or your talent in a 3-year. And you're going to see why when we get to the 4. It's a great year to market yourself, market your business or yourself. And it's a year of great success. And with the 7, and I haven't talked about this part of the 7 yet, with the 7 being a year for healing, Nikki, with your light treatments that you'll be doing, it's a great time for you to launch it in 2023. I'm just thinking about that right now. So after the 3, we've planted. The 2, the seed is taking root. The flower has bloomed. Now we're in the 4. And it means make sure your foundation is strong. That's you. Okay, Armithia. Make sure that everything is in divine order. So in the 4, you might feel a little restricted because, in the 3, you were partying, things were manifesting. And now this 4 energy, it might make you feel boxed in, but it's for a reason. You're being restricted this year so that you can make sure that your foundation is strong. Because the 5 next year is going to be about expansion. And I've seen many people expand and then their business their business had to close. Because even with the progress, there still has to be systems and there still has to be order. And so when you expand without the systems and you expand without the order and you expand without the discipline, it's not going to work well. So this is the year to work on creating systems, creating order for what's going to occur next year. So embrace order, embrace that word discipline. I used to dislike that word. I didn't like the word discipline, but now I love it because I understand that it's connected with the word disciple. Consistency is important. Maturity. I didn't like it because I wasn't mature enough to like it, but maturity will get you there. And this is the year for you to take care of your health in the 4. Because next year, those of you who are in the 5, You're going to expand. Do you see how this works in a very definite order? This is the year for expansion. This is the year for freedom. And people who have been in that 4, they look forward to the 5. Because again, there has been some restriction. So this is the number of change. This is the number of freedom. And you can make some plans, but understand that a lot of your plans might change under a 5 energy because it's a number of change. So this is the year to be flexible. So if you establish order and you create systems, this year will flow with great ease. This is why this knowledge is important, because when we align with the energy, we're in alignment, and it helps us to flow with ease. Be flexible. Again, your plans can change often under this energy. Okay, Tia, you're in that now. Okay. Expansion, yes. This is a good year to travel. The 3 is too. And this is a year of expansion. I've already said that. And it's a good year to make a move. Yeah. And with it being you're in a 7-year personal year 5, but you're in a universal 7, just trust that process if Spirit's telling you to make a move. Okay. After that, after all them changes, we ready to have some balance. Now, 2022 is a 6. So many of you probably have already felt that this year. A 6 is about responsibility. And when I say responsibility, it's a good year for you to really go within, to be honest with yourself about what you're really responsible for. Because sometimes we can take on responsibilities that are not ours, which moves us into codependency. So this is a year of adjustments after that 5, and balance. After that whirlwind of last year and that 5, it's time to bring balance into your daily life. This number rules family. This number rules real estate. There's been a lot up about housing, about family, that family's looking different than what the traditional family looks these days. This is also a number of love and even marriage. This is a great year to get married, if that's what you want. So responsibility, get clear again about what you are responsible for and what you're not responsible for under the 6 energy, if you're entering into that. It's a happy year. A 6 is a happy year. It's a balance year. Then next, the 7. How many people are going to be entering a 7 in a 7 year? This is the year for all of us to seek within. This happens to be my life path, but we're not talking about life paths tonight. But I'm very comfortable with the 7. The 7 is also, again, it's a number of healing and trust. So I do see many people that are healers, massage therapists, and the healing arts have anything to do, alternative healing. This is the year that you can go into business and do well. And there's going to be another thing I'm going to show you a little bit later that confirms that. So this is a year of healing. This is a year where we have faith, we learn to trust. Make prayer and meditation a priority this year. And practice trusting your intuition this year. This is for all of us, but especially if you're in a personal 7, get plenty of rest. The 7's slowing everything down because it's all about going within. It's not about being without, it's about being within. Allow people and things to come to you. Yeah. Is that you, J Love? You showing up as me? That's you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm getting ready to say, I'm in 8. Okay. Karen is a 6. Okay. And all of us, what I'm saying now about this personal year, we all need to take this in too, because remember, this is the overarching energy of the whole year. We're going to allow people and things to come to us this year, everybody. And I love the key. This is the affirmation I always say for myself. I seek within and I never go without, because that's the 7. I seek within, I never go without. And this is the year for us to live from our soul. 7 is the number of the soul also. Okay. And after the 7, we move into the 8. Power. As above, so below. I'm in this cycle now. This is a cycle of manifestations with the quickness. You see those circles? The top circle, the bottom circle, as above, your mind, as below. That bottom circle represents the 3D, the outer manifestations that match, as above, so below. So manifestations come with the quickness under 8. This cycle it rules money. Either you will have money issues or you will have an increase of money. That's you, Fran. That's me and Franny. Handle your business under the 8. Feel and express your power. Feel and express your power. This ain't no time. This is not a year for us to be scared. Go get your blessings. Go get your blessings, Franny. It's our turn. It's our time under this 8 energy. And last but not even least is number 9, where this energy brings endings and completion. This is the year that you're going to be reflecting. Reflect over the past 9 years. That's you, Leanne. Okay. Reflect over the past 9 years. Now remember, Leanne, it's birthday to birthday. And you are completing a whole cycle. And this can be a year of harvest, depending on what seeds you planted in your first year. See, this is why it's important to understand the cycles, because once you know it and you're about it, you're going to end up with grapevines. Every time you're going to end up with a harvest. Surrender, 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 surrender to the God of your own understanding. And remember that your creator, the all that is in control. We're not in control. And we go through these cycles every 9 years. So you can look back 9 years ago in your own life. And you're going to be, when you do that, you don't have to do it now because you probably need to think about it, sit with it. You're going to see things. You're going to see some of the same things come back again because life is cyclical. Okay. Janice, we're getting ready. Do you have any questions? You can put them in the chat. And we're getting ready to go into our breakout rooms so that you can dialogue with your sisters and brothers on here, or your sisters. We got sisters and brothers. Janice is putting up she's getting the breakout rooms together now. So Janice, let me see any chat, anything they want to say in the chat while we're doing that. Okay. Hey, Don on here. Yay. So what's going to happen is and this is my first time doing this, but it's my understanding that what's going to happen is you're going to get a message on your screen to go to the breakout room. Is that right? I think that's what Janice told me.
Yes. That's correct. In just a second.
Okay. I'm just trying to see if I could see the chat. If people saying anything. I don't want to mess up. I'm going to get better and better in 2023 with this whole thing.
So I had
Yeah.
a quick,
Go ahead.
so my birthday was just in December. So
December what?
December the 9th. So
Okay.
so it's moving into next year that we're talking about, the next year's number. So my year starts for next year, next December.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Because this is a 6 year. This is a 6. So you're going to add your birth information to that 6.
Okay, so I just got into whatever year, whatever that adds up to. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where you are now. You're going to be there to your birthday next year.
Got it. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So Dee, you just had a birthday this year too, December. Yeah.
Yeah, November 29th was mine. So
November. Okay.
Yeah, November 29th. So I'm in my 6th year and everything you said. Yeah, I'm sorry, my 1 year. Forgive me. I'm in my 1 year.
You're in your 1 year now.
Yeah, I'm in my 1 year now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
So did you find, were you doing a lot of endings in that 9?
Yeah, the 9 has been interesting. I had both my knees replaced. Just all the things that I've been putting off to do were, the house that my cousin had, all that was finalized. I own it now. Just a lot of things finalizing that
completion.
Yeah, completion. Yeah.
And harvest.
Yes.
And harvest. Getting a home is a harvest.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a lot.
I remember, when I found out about these numbers and I was in my 20s, I was in a 9, and I'm gonna tell you, it was like all hell was breaking loose. But it was because of, I didn't understand. I had a lot of stuff I had created in my negative thinking from all those years. It was the crowning of all that. So I'm really happy to know this information. I am, for myself. Okay.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, I'm ready. What they got to do?
They will see enter the breakout room. And so all they have to do is click on it.
Join breakout room, just hit
Yes.
join?
Yes.
Okay. I should join one too, Janice?
Yeah, I got you on that. To make
You got
it
me there?
Huh? Yes.
All right. All right. I feel like I'm gonna get lost, so you come get me.
I'll get you.
Okay.
Sylvia,
Yes.
click on it to join your breakout room.
Okay, the icon isn't in front of me, unfortunately.
You don't see anything to say, join your breakout room? Let me see.
Mm-mm. No.
Let me see if I can try to send it to you again.
Oh, okay. It's frozen.
Uh, I don't know how to make it.
Disconnect. I don't want to do that. Let's see.
On my end, I can't do anything.
Okay.
You see it now? There you go.
Hi, hello.
Hi.
Hi. I joined the breakout room too soon and I didn't get the instruction. No one in my group knows what to do.
Oh, you guys are supposed to be having a conversation about your personal year.
Oh, okay. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Gloria? Hello, Gloria? Gloria. minute. And they out.
Is being recorded.
I don't see Rev. I don't see her, but it makes me think of Star Trek, with beam down or something.
She was in with me. Where'd she go?
She's right there. I see her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She just needs to turn on her.
Yeah, I
Now
think
try
she.
your unmute yourself, Rev.
I don't know how I got in here.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah.
That was fun. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Jay, that was fun. That's my first experience.
Yay.
Yeah.
My partner and I didn't get the prompt, but it's exactly what we did.
You didn't get
I
a chance
see
to talk?
I see the prompt now. We did exactly what the prompt says.
Oh, see, you smart. You feel with the Holy Ghost.
Okay.
Okay, everybody good?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. I love it.
Good.
I love breakout rooms.
I'm gonna be loving them too. I'm gonna be using them more. I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, peeps, y'all okay? Let's take a deep breath. And we're gonna move on to our next segment. You ready, Jay? You guys are good? Okay.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Now, an age, we've been hearing this, the age of Pisces, the age of Aquarius. We are in a new age. An age is 2,000 years. So we're in a new age, and they're totally different. This is why we really need to understand the energy, because they're two different energies all together. Pisces and Aquarius. The next slide. Now here's the difference. And you will be getting this PowerPoint to your email, and this is something you can really look at and study. In the Piscean age, the old paradigm, it was all about me. In the Aquarian age, it's about we. So this whole idea about the individual, it's going to change, because the energy being in Aquarius, it's about humanity, and it's about oneness, and it's about understanding that we are one. In the Piscean age, it's all about the ego and the body identification. In the Aquarian age, we go from the ego to the soul activation. In the Aquarian age, another way to say that, it's really about us understanding that we are not a body, we're spirit, and understanding that we have a body, like a car, but that's not who we are. Are you your Mercedes? Are you your Maserati? Are you your Ford? No, you're not. You drive those. And I want you to begin to think of your body like that. It's something that you drive. It's not you. It's not the real you. And I'm just going to pop this in here because I have to pop it in here. This is another reason why we need to upgrade our thoughts about death, because the real you doesn't die, because the real you is not a body. The only thing that dies is that car. Just like cars go to the junkyard, yeah, you'll be going somewhere too, whether you're buried or cremated or whatever. You are not your body. In the Piscean age, it was about being separate from others. But in this Aquarian age, it's unity, and unity in diversity. Unity in diversity. In the Piscean age, what? Lack or scarcity mentality. In this new age, it's an abundance mentality. In the old age, in Pisces, it was about tribalism, us versus them. But now, and we can see in this Aquarian age, it's about global community and humanity. And Aquarius, Uranus rules the internet. All of this is so purposeful. And you're going to see as we go more and more into this tonight, you're going to see how all this is really working together. In the Piscean age, it was about the hierarchy. In this Aquarian age, it's about the horizontal. It's about horizontal to self-governance. In the Piscean age, it's about religious beliefs. In the Aquarian age, it's about the spiritual awakening to yourself. In the Piscean age, we were looking for a God in the sky. In this new age, the Aquarian age, we know that God lives on the inside of us. In the Piscean age, it's about blind faith. In the Aquarian age, it's about intuitive self-knowing. It's not about it's not in the Piscean, the Piscean keyword is I believe. The Aquarian keyword is I know. The Piscean age taught us that God is on the outside of us. And this new age, Aquarian age, is saying God, the source, is within us. And that's what Jesus, Yeshua, was teaching. The Piscean age, you need an external savior. The Aquarian age, you are your own savior. Yes, all that the Father has, we have. And the Piscean age is about self-sacrifice, being a martyr. In the Aquarian age, it's about self-empowerment. You don't have to hang yourself up on the cross no more. Sacrifice is over. The price has been paid. We do not need to be sacrificing. We need to be living our lives as if our lives are golden, because they are. In the Piscean age, a rigid family structure, and just the opposite in the Aquarian age. Traditional sexual roles in the Piscean age, and then in the Aquarian age, fluid, intimate connections. Regardless, male, female, it does not matter, because if you are spirit, you are neither male or female, family. And God is neither male nor female, family. And every chance I get, when I keep hearing he, I say she on purpose, just to jar people to understand that God is not a man or a woman. God is spirit. All right. Planetary exploitation, planetary sustainability. In the Piscean age, it was all about exploiting people. And now in the Aquarian age, it's about sustaining. How can we move into some sustainability? In the Piscean age, binary or linear thinking. And now we have moved into a multi-frequency connectivity. So it's not just a binary. We understand that we are multi-dimensional spirits. And we were in that age for 2,000 years. And now we've shifted into something new. And I'm telling you, this energy is really causing some people to lose it because of the shift. This is why understanding can help us tremendously. Next slide. Now this symbol, here's this symbol of the Aquarius. This is the Aquarius symbol. A wave, but it's not a water sign. This represents electromagnetic waves that are at our disposal. And this Uranian energy, it impacts our nervous system. A lot of people are dealing with anxiety, all kinds of nervous stuff. And it's because of the energy. We need to take care of your nerves. There are a lot of herbs. I've had some of them on Facebook that you can Google them for yourself. Google herbs that balance out the nervous system because we need it. This is electricity. It's almost as if electricity is going through our bodies right now. It's causing some people to have insomnia. I know I'm dealing with insomnia. Next slide, Janice. And I know that there are people who feel that this whole subject matter is against God, which is ridiculous because the original people, the original people taught this. It's just the people who decided that they wanted to control us that taught us wrongly. The Bible foretells of this age. The Bible foretells it. Let's look at what the Bible says. Next slide. Luke 22 says, behold, when you enter the city, you shall meet a man bearing a pitcher of water. That is the symbol of Aquarius, a man bearing a pitcher of water. And what does he say? Follow him into the house. Next slide. So even though Aquarius is an air sign, the water bearer is pouring out water. Why do you think he is using the element of water? Spiritually, what does water represent? Next slide. It represents spirit. It represents spirit. That's one of the symbols for spirit is water. Fire is one of them too. So is the wind. So at this time of major transformation, uprisings and rebellions are here, and the earth is being baptized by spirit all at the same time. Praise God for that. We need spirit. So it's interesting that we're going to be entering 2023 with a Mercury retrograde. And you guys know, most of you know that when Mercury's retrograde, It is not a time to sign contracts. It's not a time to do any type of binding agreements. It's a time to slow down and listen and go within. Actually, 2 days from now, Mercury's going to be retrograde in Capricorn until January the 18th. And I know that there are sometimes situations where you can't not go into an agreement. But if you have to, just make sure that you double and triple check what you're doing. Double and triple check anything. So in Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, it's about order. Capricorn will sober you up. And it's about discipline. And this retrograde is to do all the re's: renew, release, reflect, and realign, and reinvigorate. Slow down, check yourself, go within, get order. Yes, next slide. Now we're going to go through 5 outer planets and the 2 nodes. We're going to go through them next because these planets affect everybody. They affect everybody. Pluto, Uranus, Neptune, Jupiter, Saturn, and the North nodes. They're affecting everybody. Go ahead, Janice. So this dismantling, does somebody have their mic open? If you could mute your mic. This dismantling that we have been going through, we've been going through this since 2008. If you can remember, is when we had that housing crash in 08. It was a crash in the finances, and it corresponds to Pluto in Capricorn. This Pluto energy affects the masses, and Capricorn rules all form, F-O-R-M. And Pluto is like a destroyer. It uproots. It brings things to a death. And this is why we've seen mass deaths, and we're continuing to see mass deaths in so many ways, not just through COVID. Look at all these mass shootings. Next slide. So what is Pluto's role again? The abolishment of old traditions, old values, culture, principles, and regeneration. These are the major traits of Pluto. Again, it uproots, it brings things to a death. So wherever Pluto is in your birth chart, it speaks to the area of life where you need to really focus, because this is the area where you came to evolve. And I know that some of you may not know your birth time, but there is a way to get around that too. I believe everybody needs to know their birth chart, because I believe that it is really your blueprint for what you need to be about while you're here in this life wave. Next slide. March. Let the church say March. Let the community say March. March is huge, 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 huge. And let me just add this in. Right now, until March, I'm going to say these next 90 days, whatever project you want to accomplish, be about it now. Because after Mercury goes direct, even this Mercury that's going retrograde, it's going to help you to get order, because it's Capricorn. All the other planets are direct. So there's like for the next 90 days, let's say January to April, let's say 4 months. You have this window to get things done. You're going to be supported because all the energy is going upward. Get your projects done at the first part of this year, okay? As much as you can. And again, I do believe that understanding these energies allows us to overstand in our life wave. Next, okay. Okay, so here, this is huge. This is so huge because we have been under this Pluto in Capricorn since '08. And I really thought that we were going to be done with it because I'm not even going to go into what it has done in my world, but it's been on me tough. Okay. Pluto is going to go into the sign of Aquarius, though, on March the 23rd next year, but it's only going to be in there until June. Please write these dates down. Write these dates down and be mindful of what's going on in your own personal world and what's going to be going on in the world. Because we're getting a preview during March the 23rd and June the 10th. We're getting a preview of what is to come in this new age of Aquarius. It's going to only be there from March the 23rd to June 10th, but it's going to return back in Aquarius and stay there for 20 years in 2024. Yeah. But this is important because it's going to give you a preview. We're going to get a taste of Aquarius. And what can we expect? It's already happening. Aquarius is about the people. Aquarius is about everybody. It's about humanity. So their worldwide revolution, oh my God, we're already seeing it. We see it. We're seeing it in Afghanistan. We're seeing it. We're seeing all these uprisings and these wars. But this revolution is going to be by the people, for the people, and it's already begun. So it's going to be a period of upheavals. This is not just all it's going to be, but this is just where I'm beginning. It's going to be upheavals, uprising, chaos. Chaos comes before the calm, and it's necessary. That's what I want us to understand. I want us to understand that these energies, these things that are happening are necessary. Hard to deal with at times, definitely hard to look at times, saddens us at times, can even make us afraid at times. But these structures have to go. The truth is coming forward. We've been lied to about a whole lot of things. And I'm going to tell you what I'm so excited about. I'm excited that this energy is going to wake people up individually. It's not going to be anybody that has to tell you on the outside of yourself, because Pluto works on us while we sleep. Next slide, Janice. Next, okay. So first of all, we've been in this Pluto energy since '08. And what have we seen? Earth changes, destruction for the purpose of reconstruction. Capricorn rules our bones, our skin, and our teeth. I don't know if you've had any of those issues. I know that we've had people here already. They've had knee replacements, skin issues, mass deaths, Pluto in Capricorn, mass personal changes. It rules government. So we see death and rebirth happening in the government, religion, education, and this energy is dismantling abusive power and control, and it's revealing things that we just did not know. Next slide. And sometimes when the light comes on and we get to see things that we didn't see, we have to deal with that, and we have to do some processing. Now, again, Pluto is going to come in just for the short period and we're going to get a taste. But when it comes in fully, this is what you can expect to see. And it's going to be there for 20 years. It's going to take 20 years possibly for all this to happen. A technology explosion. We're already seeing it. It's amazing of the things that technology can do. I mean, we're seeing it. We're seeing, we don't even have to really physically go to the doctor anymore. Space explorations. We're seeing new healing modalities. Reverend Nicole, went to Arizona and got certified in a whole light therapy. It can take tattoos off, but it can do a whole lot of things. Vibrational medicine, frequency medicine, energy medicine. Actually, when I was diagnosed with an incurable, it was the frequency medicine and the light medicine that allowed me to get better. New social media platforms, they're already happening. New mass communication devices. Why? Aquarius rules technology. Aquarius rules the internet. AI applications. Some of the things that I have seen with this AI is like, oh my God, it's frightening. I'm not even going to go through all that I have heard about AI. Alternative living communities. We're going to be going back to communal living because we need to. Flying vehicles. I've already seen a boat on the water in Florida, and then it just lifted up and flew in the air. Exploration of consciousness through technology. All of this is Pluto and Aquarius, and we're going to get a taste again. Write those dates down so you can pay attention. Next slide. Here's the next thing, Saturn and Pisces. Next slide, Janice. It's going to be in Pisces next year. Now, Saturn does not really like being in Pisces. Saturn creates boundaries and creates structures. And Pisces is boundless. Pisces doesn't have boundaries. Pisces is very spiritual. And when this Saturn was in Pisces, when AA was founded. So look at that. Pisces, when Pisces is out of control, it rules addiction. Saturn creates organizations, order and form. So AA established itself under this so that there could be a structure and organization for those who were addicted. I'm just letting you know how this works, okay? We are dealing already with a hell of a mental ill issue in this country. I remember when they started closing down the mental health institutions, and the mentally ill are going to the regular hospital with all the regular people or end up in jail. That's going to be addressed. It has to be addressed because it's wrong. Saturn in Pisces is going to structure you more inside of your intuition. I'm going to do a workshop on it, developing intuition, because we need to know that we are highly intuitive and understand it and begin to utilize it. More spiritual development in an organized fashion, and mass migration, which we're already seeing. I'm just amazed at these countries that are not even allowing their people to leave, but people are trying to leave abusive situations. And there will be, and there is, mass migration already started. That's Saturn and Pisces. Now, the nodes. Knowing where the North Node is each year shines light on what we are to focus on as a collective. Now, we all have our own personal North Nodes, which I think is very important for everyone to know. However, what I'm talking about now is where the North Node is, and it stays usually in a certain sign for 18 months. So it's in Taurus and it's been there for a minute. And this is what we need to be focused on as a collective. This is our North Star. Next slide. These attributes we need to keep focusing on until July the 17th when it changes. It's in, the North Node is in Taurus. Basically, we need to be really focusing on self-care. And self-worth. Taurus rules the second house, which is our values. You need to take a look at what you value. It's interesting, the pandemic came and we were in lockdown and God sat us down, and that was the time for us to go within and get clear about what's really important to us. And what am I valuing? And why am I valuing it? And why am I doing what I'm doing? North Node in Taurus. Getting a sense of self-worth. Honoring yourself. Forgiving yourself. Nurturing yourself. This is what this is all about when the North Node goes into Taurus, which means that the South Node is in Scorpio. And we need to be moving away from that. And last year, we were on it because we were doing our shadow work. So check that out too, if you haven't. Check out your shadow work. Because oftentimes we're upset with people and we're blaming them, but basically they're just mirroring your unconscious stuff. And I'm not going to go into that any deeper than that, but do your shadow work. Google it. There's a lot of good stuff online about the shadow work. And then after we leave this North Node in Taurus, which begins July 2023, this is for the collective. Again, it's almost very similar to what we're supposed to be doing in the Taurus. We're getting a double dose. We need to be focusing on ourselves, self-care, being independent, trusting your own impulse, having courage. It's very similar to what we're doing this year. It's going to be in Aries for 18 months, beginning on July the 17th. Next slide. So we're in the node, we're in the Taurus North Node now. And it's about what? I didn't even, it's going to come up anyway on the next slide. Because it does rule finances. The second house is about money. It's about value. It's about your self-worth. So there's a focus on financial security, and a Taurus rules the body, values. And Taurus is ruled by Venus, so it rules art, music, beautifying your home. All these things are nurturing. And as a collective, again, we are being guided to take care of ourselves and to assess our values. And remember that Taurus deals with the physical matter, the body, personal values, and material goods and possessions. North Node in Taurus. So let's take a deep breath. Ooh. Uranus. Uranus rules Aquarius. It's the planet of the unexpected, unpredictable, and unexplainable. And it's been in the sign of Taurus, which rules the earth, since 2019. So it's been shaking things up. We can see the shake up. So Uranus, again, it impacts our nervous system. And this is another reason to meditate and take care of your body. And the North Node is definitely saying that too. Next slide. And these are the dates for when Uranus is in Taurus. It's been there since March of 2019, and it's going to leave in July of 2025. And oh my God, so much will have changed before that. And so much is already changing. Next slide. Uranus and Taurus. Oh boy. What happened? Okay. Okay, hold up, people. I got to put my charger in. Oh, okay. Uranus and Taurus. We saw what was going on with the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency, and we can see what's going on now. A cashless society. I've gone to many places where they wouldn't take any cash. And I was just wondering, I asked a couple of places like, what if somebody comes in here and they don't have a credit card or they don't have any plastic? In essence, they were saying that ain't gonna be our problem. But Uranus is changing what we do financially. So there's a breakdown in our financial system. And and we've already seen it. We've seen what has happened with this Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. I'm glad I didn't buy into it. You know, people were sending me information, and I felt like if I'm reading this and I'm trying to study this and I've listened to lectures and I still can't understand it, I don't need to be investing in it. Next slide. The indications of Uranus and Taurus. Disruptions in our food supply. I didn't even mention that it rules food. It does. It rules food. We've seen that happen all over the world. Making necessary changes to your food intake, the quality and the quantity. Disruptions in our money systems. Keep some money at home. Because if there's something that happens with power grids, the ATM machines don't work. So check out cryptocurrency and precious metals. No, that was from last year. I'm taking that out. Don't check it out. Yes, the cashless society is here and AI is here. Artificial intelligence, it's here. It's Uranus and Taurus. All right. Neptune rules Pisces. So Neptune is at home. And it's been here for a minute. Neptune in Pisces. Next slide. Now, what is Neptune in Pisces is assisting us, really. It's assisting us into tapping into the spiritual dimension, which I call the 5D, which I also call the kingdom of God. Yes, Neptune is the dream planet. How you can see the unseen. You see, that's spiritual. Neptune brings out our spirituality. And since this is another generational planet, the collective emotional spiritual consciousness, we're all tuning in. Strong Neptune energy can manifest in either imagination or delusion. It can be positive or it can be addiction, compassion, psychic abilities, divine love. It's slow moving. So it takes 14 years to come through a cycle. And I don't really remember how many more years we have for Neptune to be in Pisces, but I'm glad we have this now because it's helping us. It's helping us to tap into spirit while all these other things that are going on, the breakdowns, the reconstructing, the deconstructing. We need spirit to stay stable as we watch all of these things happening before our very eyes. Next slide. And I believe that's why people are losing it, because they can't take what's going on. And there's just so much fear and so much fear mongering. So what's the bottom line here? Staying connected to the realm of spirit. Staying connected to the realm of spirit. That's our key to making it through 2023 unscathed. And Jupiter is here. Jupiter is a benevolent planet. It's here to assist us also, because wherever Jupiter goes, it blesses. Let's see the next slide, Janice. Now, what do we do? What do we need to be about in this new dispensation? We need to live above the noise. Live above the noise. And how are we going to do that? Through our prayer life, your spiritual practice, whatever way you get with the God of your understanding, that's what you need to be about. We have explored the outer world, and now it's time to explore the inner world, inner space. This is what we're talking about in this 7, in this new dispensation. It's about inner space. And this is where our true self lives. So go within in the 7 year and get in touch with your true self. I should have put a capital S, your God self, to help heal this world. Many of you on here are light workers. And it's very important that you stay healthy because the world needs you. We need you. We need your light. We need your love. Many of you came for such a time as this. And many of you know that is true. You came for this season. Next slide. So again, we're recapping. Pluto in Aquarius is going to help usher in this new dispensation. Uranus and Taurus, it's helping to change our body because Taurus rules the body. And we're changing, we're upgrading. Saturn and Pisces is going to be a blessing for anybody that is dealing in the healing arts and want to get the healing art business up and running in 2023. In 2023, we're going to switch out of the North Node in Aries, Taurus, into Aries, and they're very similar because both of them are saying self-care, self-love. We want to bless other people. However, I'm real clear that until you can be good to you, you really can't be good to others. Until you can really, really love you, you really cannot love other people. And then Jupiter is going to go into Aries next year. And that's going to bless all the entrepreneurs. Aries is new beginnings. It's the I am. So if you have a new project, again, this is a good year. It's a good year for you to get started in it. Neptune is going to remain in Pisces. And so we still have that spiritual planet available to us. We can tap in. We can go deep. Go deep into your meditation. Okay, next slide. So what's your takeaway? What's your takeaway? Anybody can unmute if you have something to say. Or Janice, you want to, because I can't see them. What's your takeaway, fam? Or you have any questions? That's the first thing I need to do, questions. And any questions? And Leanne says, be prepared. Yes. Be prepared. This is what this is to help prepare you.
Mhm.
Get the understanding. You know, and anything that I've shared with you tonight, you can go deeper. Google some of these things. Oh, yeah, I've got to give them, Janice, I got to give them Phoebe Hawk's information. Work at Staying Centered. We have the spiritual tools to thrive. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to give you this sister is a shaman and she does astrology. When I met her in January, she was living in the Dominican Republic. I don't know where she is at the moment, but I did reach out to her this week. And she's giving us a heck of a rate to get our charts done, if you need your chart done. Also, astro.com. If you don't want to go to her, just go on astro.com. Go on astro.com, even if you don't have your time, because it can still give you so much information about yourself. Astro.com, once you input your month, day, and year and city, it's still going to give you a lot of information. If you have your time, it will give you such specifics that it will blow your mind. Anyway, divinemedicinewoman@gmail.com. This is Phoebe Hawk's email address. You can let her know that I referred you and get your chart done so that you can understand yourself. Knowing yourself is everything. It really is. You can know, yes, it's self-empowerment, Bonnie. You can know how you have an outlook on life. Loving me in 23. I like that. I just came up with that. Okay, you don't see her name on the slide?
Yeah, I see it.
Somebody was saying spell her name. It's right there.
Yes, there.
Yeah, I met this shaman this year, and she is a clear channel, Phoebe Snow. It's right there. And her email address is right there. It's $88 for a 1-hour reading. And look, she is bad. I'm gonna tell you that. And I'm happy that I was able to connect with her this week. And I'm happy that she is doing this for us. Okay, next one. Is there another slide or is that the end? Takeaways. Okay, fam, y'all have takeaways. You can unmute if you want to talk. And I do thank you for being here.
Rev, I'd like to say something. It's been motivating for me because as I can say that I to everybody I had a health challenge I told Rev about. And this is already, you know how you say you know what to do. I already knew what to do, and so on an intuitive level, and this solidifies that knowing for me. And I'm making a commitment to my higher self and to God within me to discipline myself and get in order, because I know how to do it, and I just I have to apply it and continue with the principles, and I'm just making a commitment to myself to do that. This was motivating for me.
Yes, good. And love Armithia like you've never loved her before. We all need to love ourselves like we've never loved ourselves before.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Rev, I think knowing that the personal, your personal energy is so important, because,
Yeah.
here in mine, it was just confirmation, particularly going into a 2-year next month, and knowing and even feeling right now, developing these partnerships and also patience, because I think without aligning with that personal energy, right, then it's possible for me, and I'll put it possible for me to want to display what's in a 5 or a 6, to want to do all, but really I'm I'm in the energy of two, you know what I mean? And not,
Uh-huh.
if you're not seeing something, you know, and you're not aligning with the energy, you're not really, you know what I mean? It's just confirmation when you know what your energy is. Now, it doesn't mean other things can't happen, but
Exactly.
you're aligned with your energy and rolling with that energy and know what it is. So that's really important for me, and what's in this birthing process was happening for me. And so it was just confirmation for me, especially the personal part. Yeah.
Good, good. And you're an Aquarian too.
I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Saturn's been in Aquarius, so you've already you've been having to get stuff in order because
Yeah.
the energy forces you to
Yeah.
do it. Yeah. Anybody else? Thanks, Spencer. Doctor in the house.
Yeah,
Anybody else?
I just wanted to say this is that it reaffirms why this is the year for my book too. I was struggling with, why was I dragging into another year, and I was feeling all, I don't know, I had issues about it, but the issue was my issue. The universe is telling me that this is my year, period. That's all. I just feel confident that there was a reason that I needed to finish right here, right now. So I feel more confident that obviously everything is in divine order, but I was the one that was out of order. That's all I'll say.
Thank you, Karen.
And I want, this is Dolores. I want to ditto with you on this, Karen, because I think you know Shaheerah. How long have I been writing my book? 31 years, but
that's okay.
Yeah, but what I do realize now is that had that book come out even 10 years ago, it wouldn't be the book that it would be now. What I've learned over the last few years is the kind of, I've learned some things, and I can now give to the world what I really wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm with you, Karen. I'm gonna hold you in my spirit as you write. I'm gonna say, okay, Karen's writing. Dolores is writing. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
And you're getting help.
Yes.
And we waiting on it. We need it.
Wow.
Thank you.
It's funny that this is Valeria. It's funny that everybody's talking about writing, because the day was the day that I was honing in on writing. I'm thinking about like all the stuff, different manuscripts and stuff I started. And I'm just like, okay, I just really need to just get focused. And I was on a webinar today on writing and publishing. And so I'm just like, maybe we need to get a writing club, a book writing club together to keep us accountable for each other. Because I got some stuff going on as well. But this is really, I was telling Rev that there are times I do this. I go to this workshop with her every year. I know what my number is, but then it's like, okay, I know it, but I'm not really paying that much attention to it. I'm going to be honing in and paying attention to stuff as it arises, and just paying attention to and understanding and knowing what my number represents. Because I just got into a year of 9, and so I'm be paying attention to stuff fall off, because stuff fall off, and where I am when that happens, and not stress about it. And I just love the idea that the number 7 represents healing and meditation and prayer, because I already got my word for the year, which is prayer. And I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, I just want to thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Valeria. Yeah, writing is not an easy thing to do. You got to be isolated, you got to be consistent. And plus, what happens on the inside of us? There's such a big process going on while we're writing. So yeah, having that support, having a writer support group, that would be a great idea. Mm-hmm. Tia? Okay. I saw her, but I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm driving. I wanted to make sure I was clear enough. I did have a question. I want to say thank you so much because I look forward to this every year. And wanted to know if your North Node is already in Taurus and upcoming, how impactful is that going to be with the North Node in Taurus?
Okay, your North Node is already in Taurus and the North Node is in Taurus. So this should really, these 18 months, you should be really on your square. I mean, because that universal energy is pushing you to be about what you came here to be about. You're having a North Node transit. And when you get home, look that up. Look up transit North Node, transiting the North Node. What that means when the North Node transits your North Node. You need whatever you came here, and I don't know your chart, but if I did, I would know the house, and I would say, this is what you need to focus on, Tia.
Thank you so much. This is phenomenal. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Red, this is Monique. I was about to ask the same question because I'm in Taurus too. And I did pull mine up on the chart that you said. And you said the houses. How do I know which house is based on the month of the year, right?
Well, this is not about the house. You got your chart?
Yeah, I am in my North Node is in Taurus.
Okay.
So, and then you just asked Tia, you would tell her what house. So,
no, I don't know. I'm saying I don't know what house it's in. But if your North Node is in Taurus,
it'll say the Taurus will say what house is in, right? Mine says the 12th house.
The 5th?
The 12th.
The 12th.
For Taurus, yeah.
Okay. Okay. But I'm not, okay. That's Pisces house. So what I know immediately is that you need to be deep into meditation and prayer and doing your spiritual work and really nurturing yourself. And look it up, Google it. If you have that much information, you have enough information to Google that and get a lot of information. Even go on YouTube.
Okay.
Because that and the more that you can get, the better, because each person has their own little slant, but you can get a lot of information about yourself from the different folks that are going to talk about it.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. Anybody else?
This is Latina. Can you hear me?
A little bit. Who are you?
Latina.
Latina. Hi, Latina.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, I was just to confirm to just say that what you were saying is in alignment with my word for the year, which is allowing.
Allowing. Good. What number are you in? Oh,
say that again.
I can't. What number are you in?
What number?
Oh, okay. You didn't get your personal year number?
No, not yet.
Okay. Okay. She's going to send you the PowerPoint, so you'll be able to listen to it and get your information. But you're saying the word you chose for the year, allowing. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Yes. I'm allowing too. We all need to be allowing.
All right, I'm complete.
Okay. Anybody else?
Shaheerah, you said that what was the website that you said? Also
Astro.com. Astro.com.
Astro.com. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to close out then if there's no one else. We'll close out the way we began, the way we always close out. Prayer. Thank you, God. Thank you, Most High God. As we cross over into this new year, God, we thank you that you are with us. You are there every step of the way. And we thank you in advance for all of the healing. Lord, heal our hearts. Merge us back with our soul. Speak to us in a way that we can understand. We surrender. We give thanks. And we are ready to be even greater lights in this world that looks so dark. But God, we know in you, darkness and light are all the same. For this truth and for this gathering of our tribe, we do give thanks. Amen, Awamen, and Ashe. And so be it. Amen. I love y'all deep.
Thank you so much, Shaheerah. Thank you.
You're
We love
welcome.
you.
I love you.
Love you so much.
I
Thank
love you and I
love
miss
you,
you.
Dad.
Miss you too. I do.
Yeah.
We got to get together. We must.
I want to.
A question for you, Spencer. Is Rhonda Hall your mom?
Who's this?
Rhonda
No.
Hall? No.
That's
okay.
right. That's Royce's mother.
Oh,
Royce
yeah, you know, I saw her on that's so funny you mentioned that. I saw her on Instagram. Yeah, I just saw a picture of her, some posts by her. No, yeah, that's Royce's mom.
Okay, Royce's mine. Okay, I wasn't sure because I've known Rhonda since high school. We go all the way back. We yak all the time. We go so far back. And I said, now, is that Spencer? But
yeah, that's
I'm glad you cleared that up.
We're going to close out because
okay.